Well, I first found out as asexual in 2014. Yeah, it was a really difficult time for me. I'd been dating some guys and I just got so anxious going out on dates because of the expectation of sex at the end of the night that it became a real problem for me, where I was always wetting myself like during the date and leading up to the date. As you can imagine, my anxiety levels were humongous because I knew I couldn't have sex because I didn't want it. Not because I physically couldn't have it, because I'd had sex in the past, but I just didn't want it anymore. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to have sex anymore. And it was really hard for me because, I went to see the counsellor and to tell her how I felt. And instead of her being sympathetic and giving me some really constructive advice, I didn't get that at all. She told me that she was really worried about me, and she said it in this stern face. And she said to me, "I'm worried because you'll need to have sex in order to keep a good guy." And I was absolutely shocked, I was in bits. I thought that I would come to this counsellor for some help and I don't know what I was looking for, maybe a magic formula. But yeah, it was horrible, to be told that I'd have to have sex in order to keep a good guy. I mean, it's the worst thing possible that I could have heard. It made me feel horrible. Made me feel horrible about myself, about my situation. And it made me feel really misunderstood and lonely and lost. And I honestly thought there was no one in the world like me. I thought I was all alone. And I thought, so basically I can't ever have a relationship again. I'm a hugely romantic girl. I love kissing loads, and I love cuddling, and I love, walking hand in hand and kissing under the moonlight and going on dates together and having fun. And I just thought that basically I've got to resign myself to the fact that I'm never going to be able to have a relationship. And that made me really sad. And anyway, I went home and I googled, "I love kissing but not sex." I'd never googled it before. And then I found asexuality, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a word for it, for how I was feeling. And I'd never come across it before in my life. And then I clicked through the asexuality.org link and it came up with loads of people like me. When I first found out about asexual, it really made me find it really difficult to use the word asexual because it's got the word sexual in it, and I'm like, well, I'm not sexual. Oh, why am I using the word asexual? But now I understand all about asexuality, and it's the lack of sexual attraction, which A to me stands for absence of sexual attraction. I've lived quite a colourful asexual life in the sense I have had sex in various positions with a few guys. Yeah, I've never told anyone how many guys it is, but in total it's 5 guys. So I think I've got a good variety there to decide that I really do not like sex and it isn't for me. As a heteromantic asexual, I'm kind of a little bit different in the sense that I actually don't want a platonic relationship. What I mean by that is I like lots of passionate kissing. I don't just want a friend. I'm a hyperromantic, and that means I can fall in love so easily. I've got such a huge heart, massive heart. So if you live with someone, you would have separate rooms. Now this is on my public page, so otherwise I wouldn't be showing it. So where there are a lot of other YouTube channels, I find with asexuality is all about focusing on asexual problems, if you like, and the downsides of being asexual. I like to focus more on positive, on helping people feel empowered and inspired because they're asexual, to feel great about it, to feel fantastic about it, and to absolutely love it and have a great time. But there's quite a lot of people that have got nothing to do with asexuality as well that follow me on here, which I think is great. Because it's getting the word out there. Look, I mean this, Mr. Dick, it's just disgusting, it's porn. Now, the only way I can stop him following me is I can block him, so I could literally go on there. I think that should be reported, to be quite honest. I mean, beautiful, harmful.
I mean, they're not really harming anyone, are they? But I still think it's disgusting. So I'm going to put that, and they can look at the account. I mean, that is just sick.
So the number one golden rule of asexuality is your asexuality is non-negotiable. This is really important. It is non-negotiable. You know, we do not ask sexual people to negotiate their sexuality. So why should we enter into a negotiation with ours? Like, I don't think I'm asexual. I know I'm asexual. I do get a lot of sexual people attracted to me. So I know where it's leading. So I just say I'm asexual. You know, I say I'm asexual to most people, guys I meet fairly soon on. I'm not attracted to women at all, just guys. So they don't get the wrong idea and they know exactly where we stand. That's my book! Oh my gosh, look at it! It's a mega whopping book! Oh my gosh, you can tell it's well worth the money. Look at it. Look at how much asexual perspectives there is in this book. Do you know how wonderful this feels as an author as well? I love writing. It's my hugest passion in the world. I really want to write more asexual books. So the more of you that buy this book, the more asexual books I can produce. And I really, really want to help you guys out a ton, because I'm answered tons of private messaging. And, you know, pretty much all the answers that I tell you in private messages are in this book, you know. And there's only one of me, so sometimes it's hard to split my time between everyone, but the answers are in this book, seriously. It's just an incredible book. You know, it asks loads of asexuals about love life and sex, about relationships. There's loads and loads of answers in there. There's asexuals that are in relationships with sexuals. There's asexuals to asexual relationships. It breaks through myths, stereotypes. It helps people to understand that if they experience arousal, it's fine. You can still be asexual and experience arousal, you know. And also, if you don't experience any romantic attraction or any sexual attraction whatsoever, and you don't even need a relationship, it's all in this book. It's just sensational, and I really hope you love it as much as I liked writing it. It took me about a year to write it, and it's taken 18 months to get it into printed format for you guys. So seriously, I really hope you enjoy reading it. Don't forget to check it out on Amazon. You can read my personal story just by looking at the read me bit in the beginning, Looking Inside Me, I think it's called. And yeah, just enjoy it, really, seriously, just love it. All the asexual stuff in this book, it's really, really incredible. And I feel so lucky and blessed that, you know, 46 asexuals around the globe share their personal story and journey just to help us all in our own. So yeah, check it out on Amazon.
Even though it's really, really tough, it's better to be open and honest and be your true, authentic self than live a lie, you know, that's not your own.